Okay, so this is the setup that I've got at the moment. We've got the newer light panel, which I installed in the last video. It's a new edition, and there is a link up above which tells you more about it. I wasn't going to change anything else, but I went to IKEA with the kids and I come across some bits and pieces that might make this area a bit easier for me to use. That table is like a camping table, and it has cross legs underneath, and that prevents me from storing anything underneath, and also my legs are not as comfortable as they could be. And so whilst I was at IKEA, I came across a bit of a bargain to make this better. So I saw these legs and I thought, well, I've already got the metal cabinet and I just need a desktop and those two legs to make this space usable for me and able to provide more space for me to provide content to you guys. So these legs are adjustable, and basically you screw it in and out and set it to what height that you want. Now these legs was only £12.50 each, which I think is amazing value, but it's not as good value as the tabletop that I found. So I went to IKEA looking for something to fit in that space, and all the panels for worktop height, the table panels, the desk panels, they was all too big for the area. So that would even mean cutting them down and causing more work for myself, and they wasn't cheap anyway. Now in IKEA, you have a section where you give your old furniture back, or where they have things that are missing out of parts of other items, and I found this. It's the right width. It's a good size in depth, but it was shorter in length than what I originally wanted. But then I got to thinking, well, I might be able to put the light stand towards the end of the desk and have that coming over the top. It's not finished on the edges, but it doesn't really matter to me because it's going to go up against the back of the wall and the wardrobe side. But the front edge, it's finished. And this was only £1. So yeah, I'm going to get a desk set up, which is going to be more practical. And £12.50 for the legs and £1 for the top. So yeah, I'm going to get a desk set up for practically nothing. It's really cheap idea. So this video I'm basically going to be reorganising, fitting and setting up my new YouTube area. So for other people this might take them an hour or so to do, but I decided I'm going to take it over the next couple of days, take my time with it so I'm not getting myself too tired out. So at this point I've checked that the worktop of the table fits across. It still leaves me room at the bottom, so what I'm going to do now is raise the legs as high as the cabinet and just support it, just to make sure that I'm happy with it, and then I can screw the legs on. You probably can't tell from this angle, but I've raised them up to be the same height as the cabinet now, so I'm just going to put them underneath and see how it holds. So now I'm at a nice clean stage ready for the tabletop to go on, and I'm just going to see where it comes to where the legs actually line up. So I'm going to get some help to lift this table up and get the legs underneath just to see if it works out, and then we can attach them. I like the area at the end of this wardrobe for storing flat materials. The artboard is kept down there along with some bits and pieces that I use for drawing, so it'd be good to have that as a storage area which will be tucked out of the way. So the top's in. I've not secured it yet, but you can get an idea of how it's going to look. So I've got the wood laid out on the floor. Obviously I need to make sure that I'm screwing the legs into the right side, so I've just put it on the floor so that the good end is facing outwards. So the sides, this side and this side, that's the rough edges. So they'll go up against the unit, but it was a perfect size width wise. So that's why I went for this, and obviously the price of £1 you can't go wrong. So I'm just going to line the legs up. So I just need to get them drilled in, screw them in place. So I'm just using this ruler as a guide just to mark out where I don't want the legs going any further. That's just been my guide. That's where I need them. My ledge just fell out my pencil. Yeah, that's what you buy when you buy cheap pencils. I've got them lined up. I have to keep twisting my pencil because the leads fell out. What's that one? Leads fell out my pencil. Told you it was crazy. There we go. So I like just putting the screw in first just to make a little hole. You can use a punch to do it, but just after getting a start on it. So I've just started screwing the first one and it's quite easy, so what I'm going to do is just back that out and just put it straight on the plate. So it's chipboard, I think. It's quite easy to put on. Line it back up. One tip I've learnt through the years is never fully tighten all the screws. So things went downhill quite quickly at that point. I tried and tried and tried again and I was really struggling. So I decided to leave it for an hour or so, come back to it, and I forgot to press record on the camera. Anyway, I just needed to tighten these screws into the board, screw the legs on, and then I got help to put the table and legs onto the cabinet. And this is what it looks like. I bought myself a nice little mat, which ultimately started getting ruined as soon as I started filming some art projects, but it looked nice at the time. Cleared a lot of the space out of the way and set the light up in the corner. I was still able to keep that storage area at the back, have my newer LED panel light in there, and was set up ready to start filming. Got a nice space to work in. It's not massive, but it's big enough. I've got everything that I need in that little section so that I can start doing some artwork and filming. Just showing you how it looks like with the light on, all nice lit up. Under the desk is still a bit dark, so I'm going to get some lights under there as soon as I figure out where I want it. My apron's up on the door, I've got some little organisation things at the side, all my power cables and internet stuff's down at the back, out of the way, and my bin even fits between the legs of the tripod for the light. So this will evolve over time. I will be adding new things to it. I will be doing the unboxings of them on my channel, so come back and see those. I will be putting little cards up on this video for the things that I've unboxed, so you get to see it firsthand. Have a look in the description, I'll list some details for you in there of everything that I've used today. Thanks for watching everybody, bye!